Thank you, George.
Well, Grand Rapids State Representative Roy Schmidt should resign, and Jase Bolger should step down as Speaker of the State House of Representatives.
Those are the demands of Democrats and others who say the Speaker and Representative Schmidt tried to rig the State House election in the 76th District. WZZM 13's Phil Dawson is back from Lansing with the latest.
Juliet, yesterday when Representative Schmidt admitted he lied and schemed to improve his re-election chances, he said he would not resign or pull out of the race. Well, today, Speaker of the House Jase Bolger said he is disappointed in himself, but will also not step down over his role in the Schmidt affair. Democrats in the state legislature say Grand Rapids Representative Roy Schmidt should resign.
Absolutely. I don't think there's any other way. I think he's lost the confidence of voters and his constituents in Grand Rapids.
Talking about this now.
And Speaker of the House Jase Bolger should give up his leadership position.
It's just an embarrassment, and no one is going to trust him anymore. His credibility is shot.
I understand their disappointment. I'm disappointed.
In May, after Representative Schmidt secretly decided to switch parties from Democrat to Republican, text messages obtained by the Kent County prosecutor show he conspired with Speaker Bolger to, in the prosecutor's words, undermine the election in the 76th District to improve Schmidt's re-election chances.
This is a self-inflicted wound by the Speaker, who did something, and Roy Schmidt did something that, in my mind, they didn't have to do.
With the encouragement of Bolger, Schmidt recruited a part-time college student and promised to pay him to enter the 76th District race as a Democrat and then throw the election.
I absolutely was encouraging a Democrat to be recruited. I'm disappointed in myself, without any doubt. I am disappointed in myself.
This was done in a way to deprive people of a right to have a free and fair election.
These embarrassing messages back and forth, that's what's really created the problem. If I were the Democrats, I'd take it to the bank. They are.
A spokesman for Michigan Governor Rick Snyder says the governor considers this a legislative matter and has no comment on the decisions by the Speaker of the House. Speaker Bolger says he has spoken to the governor.
That was a personal conversation, so I'll leave it at that.
He is a leader, one of the top leaders in the state. It's just an embarrassment. A speaker should step down.
Democrats say they may move to expel Representative Schmidt from the House and reprimand Speaker Bolger. The Speaker says he will not allow the Roy Schmidt issue to distract him and the Republican majority in the House. He says they will maintain their focus on solutions for Michigan citizens. Lee?
Phil, thanks very much. Roy Schmidt gained public attention on May 15th when he announced he was switching parties through an email message. Schmidt had turned in his paperwork to become a Republican minutes before the deadline that day. The next day, WZZM 13's Peter Ross sat down with him to address why Schmidt's paperwork was filed by the same person who submitted forms for the Democratic contender Matt Mojack. That's when Schmidt told us he did not know Mojack, who had just moved to Grand Rapids. On May 17th, Mojack withdrew from the race. On the 18th, the Kent County prosecutor asked Michigan State Police to investigate him for perjury and election fraud. And then yesterday, the Kent County prosecutor released the findings into what went on between Roy Schmidt and his son, Matt Mojack, and House Speaker Jase Bolger. For a link to read the full report, you can visit WZZM13.com.
Many of our Facebook fans are calling for Schmidt to step down. Jim says he knew exactly what he was doing. The proper thing to do is resign immediately. And Carrie writes, having a second Big Mac is a poor decision. This was a calculated scheme. She adds, I don't care if you're a Democrat, a Republican, a Libertarian, or a leprechaun. If you're corrupt, you've got to go. Enough of this. To read more opinions or to post your own, go to WZZM 13 Grand Rapids on Facebook.